All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm David Kirkpatrick of Techonomy. Keep streaming in. So, when you think about technology, it makes you optimistic. And that's really what we are here to express, to understand, and to talk about all day today. The way that technology is transforming the economy, jobs, economic growth, cities, and our own lives in tremendously positive ways, but in ways that we can't take for granted, that we have to actively embrace and sort of take hold of. So we're here in Detroit as a company that generally thinks globally because we think the United States as a country really doesn't sufficiently embrace this set of realities, despite the fact that we're seen as the home of the global internet industry and all that. The fact is, our education system is ridiculously backwards. There's a whole set of new technologies and approaches for innovation, product development, company creation, entrepreneurship that are still confined to sort of the margins of the economy because only young people seem to understand them. So we are really committed to everybody understanding the sharing economy, 3D printing, the role of collaboration in product development, and a lot of other things. There's a few select big companies that get that stuff, but not enough. And there's certainly not enough cities that have embraced this set of realities. And we're very excited about being in Detroit for several reasons, but one of them is that, Detroit has kind of gone down so far that open-mindedness is a lot more prevalent here than in a lot of other parts of the country. That's a fact. And I think you see tremendous interest in the new ways of doing things here, and we'll hear a lot about that today, even from our opening session on education. It's amazing some of the things that are happening here in education reform. So anyway, we're committed to Detroit. Techonomy is here for the duration. This is our second annual Techonomy Detroit Conference. You'll be seeing us here every year, maybe more often than once a year, and we want to really thank you all for being here with us. So I want to bring out our host, our physical host, Roy Wilson, who's the brand new president of Wayne State University. He's been president of Wayne State for 6 weeks, and his incredible, but what a great place. This is an amazing institution which we've gotten to know very well in the last 2 years, and we love this auditorium, we love this school. Dr. Wilson has been Deputy Director of the National Institutes of Health, the Dean of the School of Medicine at Creighton University, and a very important researcher on glaucoma and blindness in the developing world. So I'd like to turn it over to Roy Wilson.
Well, good morning, and welcome to Wayne State University. I can almost welcome you to my home. I live just 30 steps in this building, actually, so welcome. We're thrilled to have this impressive gathering, such an ambitious agenda taking place right here on our campus. I'm well acquainted with the possibilities of new technology, certainly in my own field of ophthalmic surgery, but well beyond. In my current role, I'm particularly interested, in fact, I'm fascinated by the role of technology in transforming education, particularly higher education. I don't know exactly what's going to happen over the next 5 to 10 years in education, but I can tell you this, that it'll be different from what it is now, and technology and entrepreneurship will have a major driving role in creating that difference. I know that this is a topic that you'll be discussing today. Education will look different. How different it will be, you may gain some insights today. So it promises to be a very exciting venture in that right. It's appropriate and timely that Detroit headlines the agenda also. I've been asked many, many times if I knew what I was getting into a couple of months ago when I accepted this job here at Wayne State. The answer is absolutely, but not only absolutely, but it was really one of the reasons why I came here. I feel very strongly that this is an opportunity to be part in the reinvention of a great American city. We have the potential to do something really great here. And some of the people who are responsible for this transformation are right here in this room, making it happen. How neat is that? I was looking through this book just a minute ago, the agenda, and I note that the second lecture is titled, What Makes Cities Great? I submit to you that one of the factors that makes a city great is the presence of a great university. And that's the role that we want to play for Detroit, a great university in a great city. I hope that your discussions are productive and thought-provoking. Again, thank you very much for being here today. It's really our honor to host you.
Thank you so much, Roy. So I just want to quickly thank our host partner, the Michigan Economic Development Corporation and their Pure Michigan initiative. In just a minute, Mike Finney, who runs the MEDC, is going to be out here to talk to you. But first, MEDC's put together a little video we're going to show you. So take a look.
The opportunity to build something from the ground up is just unparalleled.
Michigan's a great place for startups. It's a place that's really open to new ideas.
And incubators are huge. It gives you kind of the space to start out small. So if you have a good idea, I think word spreads pretty quickly.
It's more about creating a network of tools and opportunities and letting individuals kind of navigate their way. That's really crucial to a successful startup ecosystem.
It creates the right environment for young entrepreneurs to really flourish, and that's what's happening.
Being able to quickly kind of bounce ideas off of people is really valuable. There's a couple of more established companies that they've been able to bring in, and these are companies that are where we'd like to be in a few years.
I think it's a rare combination of opportunity and resources, right, that exists here, that anyone that's really trying to build something, you'd be foolish at least not to look. This is the best place in the world, I think, to build an engineering team.
There's some awesome universities, talent from Michigan, Michigan State.
There's a lot of knowledge that's being created, a lot of experiments that are being run that can actually turn into businesses.
We have a very large concentration of people who are technically strong in science and engineering in areas like biology and medicine.
You know, you go to the right people here in the state, you can really, I think, make a major difference. So this is a mecca for startup companies in the life sciences arena.
One of the reasons why I stay here is because the work-life balance is pretty amazing. There's festivals, beer, restaurants, you know, there's always something going on.
There's 20 funds headquartered in Michigan and 9 funds that have offices in Michigan. People from the West Coast, the East Coast, they just can't believe it.
It's a whole new landscape. The universities, the incubators, the accelerator programs. There's a strong pipeline of opportunities in whatever sectors you want to invest in, life science, IT, advanced materials, and e-commerce.
You've seen some good deals in the state, and that's attracted the interest of a lot of investors outside of Michigan.
There are people that just see this opportunity that are coming and want to be part of it.
The barriers have come down. Talent is really available.
We have a huge opportunity to create entirely new industries.
The mentality, the people, everything is clicking here.
Well, good morning and welcome to Techonomy. Detroit and Michigan, a city and a state, both synonymous with innovation and high technology discovery, are the perfect backdrops for this unique gathering of innovators and business leaders. We design, engineer, and manufacture the most technologically advanced consumer good in the world. That happens to be cars. And if you don't believe me, if you don't believe the technology that's embedded in cars, trust me, visit some of the 375 R&D centers that we have here in the state of Michigan and you'll gain a tremendous appreciation for the innovation and technology that's embedded in our core product. Our advanced manufacturing leadership extends beyond autos, producing high-tech machinery, instruments, and electronics, as well as alternative energy components and systems, medical devices, and military hardware. We're growing jobs in biosciences, IT, and engineering, making us the number three state in the nation for high technology job growth. And Detroit, named by USA Today as one of the 10 great places to be inspired by innovation. Detroit actually beat out Silicon Valley for one of the first US patent offices outside of Washington, D.C. Our high-tech economy is buoyed by the Michigan Research Corridor and a host of universities and colleges that support our state's broad-based and abundant pool of scientific, clinical, and technical talent. Investors are bullish on Michigan's economy and on our future, actually bucking the national trend of less venture capital investment. In fact, Michigan increased its venture capital investment in 2012, moving up 10 spots from number 25 overall to number 15 in 2012 in terms of venture capital investments. Additionally, over the last 3 years, the state of Michigan and the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, through our 21st Century Jobs Fund, have invested more than $100 million in tech companies and entrepreneurs in our state. Last year, we reported 278 new tech companies, and those companies were able to garner more than $290 million of additional venture capital follow-on investment. So it's clear that Michigan and Detroit are technology hotbeds that are ideally situated to be the host location for Techonomy Detroit. So again, welcome to Techonomy Detroit, and we thank you for the opportunity for Michigan and Detroit to share in this experience and to listen to strategies to focus on bringing additional technology and innovation to bear on our future. Thank you very much and have a great conference.
Thanks so much, Mike. I want to just quickly thank our other partners, which is a wonderful group. At the top of the list, Quicken Loans and this family of companies has been supporting us for the past 2 years. Without their support, I don't think you'd be here. I wouldn't be here. Rock Ventures, Detroit Venture Partners, part of that whole community. Thanks, Detroit Venture Partners, especially for breakfast this morning. Then I'd also like to thank Cisco, Ford, GM, Michigan Media Solutions, our knowledge partner, McKinsey & Company, American Express Open Forum, and there are iPads set up in the lobby to register for Open Forum. They're providing today's webcast, which you can find at techonomy.com. Our media partner, Bloomberg Businessweek, and finally Kaplan University, which has been our partner for 3 years in all of our activities. So I want to just give you a few quick housekeeping things that you need to be thinking about. First of all, everything's on the record. There's 65 journalists registered today, so hopefully we'll be reading a lot about what happens in this room and in the breakouts in coming days and on the web today. And we believe very much in your involvement in making this an interactive dialogue. So we have mics on both sides, which we will turn on and wait for you to speak at, we hope, in just about every session. So at a certain point in each session, this moderator will invite you to come to the mics and make your comments and questions. We're going to be live streaming all the sessions, like I said, at techonomy.com. On Twitter, we have a hashtag, TechonomyDetroit, hashtag. And then we also have an extremely good app, which is called Techonomy, not shockingly. And you can find that in the app stores at iPhone, iPad, and Android. And you can find all the program essentials there, everything that you need to know for today. Also, of course, we have a beautifully produced book, so you can use that as well. And speaking of devices, right now, please silence your cell phones. Okay? I always forget myself. In fact, I don't think I silenced mine. I think I'll do that right now. I actually did forget. Finally, we have Wi-Fi, which is the WSU public network. It's an open network, no password required. We've bumped up capacity for today, so it should work for all of us. And now,